الو، في صوت؟
نعم نعم.
فيصل هو ولا لا؟
ايش تقول؟
حطب ولا لا؟
You can all
عليك كثير ترى.
lower your hands.
حاضر على المحاضرة ولا راحت عليك؟ كلمة.
Okay, we will start now. Can you see the full screen now? Are you seeing full screen?
Yes, doctor, we can see the full screen.
Okay. So we will discuss some carcinoma of the pancreas. This is a small topic for you. In final year, it will be discussed in much greater detail. Just a brief recap of the anatomy of the pancreas. It consists of different parts, head, body, and tail, and in the center run the pancreatic duct. And in the head region, there is accessory pancreatic duct. Both the main duct and the accessory duct open in the second part of the duodenum. And this pancreatic duct is connected to the common bile duct. And the main duct and the common bile duct open together in common opening. The cancer of pancreas has many characteristics common with any of the pancreas that we see that in cancer usually occur in late age, unknown etiology, alcohol and smoking common predisposing factor, patient present with anorexia and weight loss. These are common and applicable to all the cancers. Now, the pancreatic cancers, peak incidence we usually see in the fifth and sixth decade, and it is one of the leading cause of cancer-related death. Late presentation and aggressive nature results in poor prognosis, and the overall 5-year survival rate is about 1% only. Surgical resection is the only hope of cure. But as the disease usually present late, even surgical resection does not increase the survival. But clinicians usually tend to take chance buying a few months of the survival of patient. Exact etiology is unknown as for any of the cancer, but the risk factors include cigarette smoking, fat consumption, coffee and alcohol consumption, pernicious anemia, chronic pancreatitis, diabetes mellitus, and hereditary predisposition. In pathology, about 70% of the tumor occur in the head of the pancreas. And the most common type is ductal adenocarcinoma, that is the cancers arising in the ducts, in the mucosal lining of the ducts, or epithelial lining of the duct. This ductal carcinoma is an aggressive cancer. It has high incidence of perineural and vascular invasion. That is, it grows around the nerves and invade into the vascular system. Early lymph node involvement is common, and node positive tumor has poor prognosis. Because of vascular invasion, distant metastasis also occur early. So not only is local extension is important in case of pancreas, but spread by lymph node and bloodstream are all three. You can understand the location of the pancreas. Pancreas in the posterior abdominal wall, and in the posterior abdominal wall there are important structures. Major vascular structure, aorta and vena cava, portal vein. Encroachment into these is met with high mortality. Lymph node involvement, again, lymph node involvement, periaortic, para-aortic. These may again erode into the major vessels. Involvement of the common bile duct or blockage of the common opening into the duodenum, resulting in blockage of the biliary passage. How the patient present? Characteristically by obstructive jaundice. This obstructive jaundice, as we know that jaundice present with yellow discoloration of skin, sclera, and most of the body tissues. The characteristic of obstructive jaundice is that in addition to this yellowness, patient present with pale stool and dark urine. These three are characteristic clinical feature of obstructive jaundice. Typically, this jaundice is painless, that is, patient has no abdominal pain. But when the tumor infiltrates the surrounding neural structure, then patient may complain of pain. Another characteristic is that the jaundice is progressively deepening. That is, the yellowness increases in severity more as the day passes. Sometimes patient present with fluctuation in jaundice, that is, patient has jaundice, it deepen, that is, increases more yellowness and then decrease in yellowness. Why this happen? Because of necrosis in the tumor mass. Obviously, the cancer cells grow and become bigger and bigger. So that is the reason of progressively deepening jaundice. Superimpose on this, there may be hemorrhage within the tumor. Hemorrhage means the tumor mass increases more. But sometimes necrosis occur within the tumor cells. Tumor cells necrosis causes shrinkage of the tumor mass momentarily for the short period of time, and this results in brief relief or brief lessening of the jaundice. As with other cancers of the body, patient present with weight loss and anorexia. Patient may have nausea and vomiting. Patient may present with abdominal pain radiating to back due to repeated chronic episodes of pancreatitis. Patient may actually develop acute pancreatitis because of the blockage of the opening into the duodenum, and this result in reflux of the bile into the pancreas, causing activation of the pancreatic enzymes. Sometimes the mass may be big enough to cause duodenal obstruction. Patient may have hepatomegaly due to secondaries in the liver. Patient may have palpable gallbladder. This is the most characteristic finding in carcinoma of pancreas. Palpable gallbladder. Any idea why the gallbladder become palpable? Any student can give you idea why the gallbladder become palpable? Yes.
It's become palpable because when there is obstruction in the common bile duct,
Yes.
there will be accumulation of the bile inside the gallbladder without any pain, non-tender. It's called
Yes,
Kervisius sign.
Yes, very nice. Core-Weiser sign.
Law.
Core-Weiser law. This is actually a negative law. What it state that in a patient, in a patient with jaundice, the palpable gallbladder is not due to a stone. The law tells that the cause is not a stone. The cause can be something else. But we say that the most likely cause is carcinoma, not only carcinoma of the gallbladder, carcinoma of the common bile duct, carcinoma of the ampullary region, carcinoma of the duodenum. All these can lead to palpable gallbladder. So the law only, Core-Weiser law only tell that the cause is not stone, because stone causes repetitive inflammation, repetitive chronic cholecystitis, which causes shrinkage of the gallbladder. Gallbladder becomes thick, fibrous, and small. Okay. Another peripheral sign is migratory thrombophlebitis. For diagnosis, we do some investigations like assessment of the tumor marker. In case of pancreas, it is cancer antigen 19-9. This is specific for pancreas. We do abdominal ultrasound and CT scan. Abdominal ultrasound is useful only if the patient is thin and has a low amount of gas in the bowel. But in obese patient, ultrasound is not so useful, and one is not able to visualize the pancreas. But CT scan obviously shows the pancreas, where is the tumor in the head, in the tail, or in the body, and its relation to the pancreatic duct and surrounding structure. MRI has a special value in showing whether there is involvement or encroachment into the neural structures. Endoscopy and endoscopic ultrasound is specific. We can obtain tissue diagnosis by means of endoscopy. Which endoscopy is important in case of pancreas?
Endoscopic retrograde cholangiopancreatography.
Yes, very nice. ERCP is specific for the whole biliary tree. We can use tissue sampling through ERCP, and endoscopic ultrasound gives the detailed information about the penetration in relation to the duct, whether the tumor is limited to the epithelial lining or infiltrate outside the basement membrane into the pancreas, or have infiltrated beyond the pancreas. Laparoscopy is of value in showing the local spread of the tumor in spread to the lymph node and sampling can be taken during laparoscopy as well. What is curative treatment is Whipple procedure. Whipple procedure is excision of the pancreas along with the surrounding duodenum and spleen, and the distal part of the stomach. We can do a lesser procedure like pylorus preserving pancreaticoduodenectomy. This is a major procedure, both Whipple and the pylorus preserving, and needs multiple anastomosis after the procedure. Complication rate is high, like delayed gastric emptying, intra-abdominal sepsis, bile leak, and pancreatic fistula. But
Yes.
even this,
Is
yes,
it effective in the long term?
that I'm saying. But even this extensive operation is actually not curative. We say that we are excising the whole tumor, but the prognosis is beyond the gross existence of the tumor because of macroinfiltration in the lymph nodes and in the vessels around the nerves. So practically means nearly zero curative resection of the pancreatic cancer. So most of the surgeries of the pancreas cancer are just the palliative treatment. What is actually palliative treatment? The patient presentation is jaundice, obstructive jaundice, and in palliation we just want to relieve this jaundice by diverting the bile away from the obstruction, making some channel so that bile can drain freely. This can be internal drainage or external drainage. Endoscopy, endoscopic stenting is internal drainage. After ERCP, we pass a stent and let the bile to drain into the duodenum. PTC is external drainage. Surgical bypass can be done where upper part of the common bile duct is anastomosed to some part of the duodenum, or even gallbladder can be anastomosed to duodenum, that is cholecystogeganostomy. So these palliative operations are just aimed to relieve the jaundice. One thing I forgot, in patient with the deepening jaundice, when the severity of jaundice is increasing, patient developed aggressive irritation of the cutaneous nerve ending. This results in irritation or continuous itching. Patients tend to scratch the skin all the time, and these actually leave a scratch mark on the skin. In this picture, in this image, you can see the internal drainage. A stent is passed into the dilated common bile duct and left to drain into the duodenum. Okay. This is our end of discussion.
Again, please, the picture.
Yes.
What's this?
This is internal stenting. A stent pass after the ERCP into the common bile duct, and the distal end is in the duodenum.
Okay, thank you.
I will now take attendance. Not raise hand, I will call. Abdullah Al-Haddad,
Yes, doctor.
Faisal Saad bin Awais,
Yes, doctor. Please.
Muhammad Al-Harbi, Muhammad Al Harbi, Sami, okay, Abdul Mohsin, Faisal Shamri, Faisal Sayer,
Doctor, I'm present.
Yes.
Faisal Sayer. Who is telling
Yes.
I am present?
Yes, Dr. Muhammad Nawaf is saying he is present and Faisal Sayer is present.
Okay. Ahmad Shaiban, Abdul Rahman Misfar,
Yes, Doctor, present.
Abdul Aziz Shamrani, okay, Talal Abdullah,
Yes, present.
Bandar Al Sultan, Bandar Al Sultan, okay, Rashid,
Present, Doctor.
okay, Abdullah Saleh, okay. Muad Tamimi,
Yes, Doctor, present.
okay, Abdul Aziz Saad,
Present, Doctor.
Amir Saad,
Present.
Saif Fahad,
Present.
Salman Sultan, Loy Ali, Loy Ali, Loy hand is raised but not answering. Moaz Al Ghunaim,
Yes, Doctor. Present.
Ammar Al Anzi,
Present, Doctor.
Nasir Dosri, okay, Ali Yaqub,
Present, Doctor.
Mishari Abdullah, Mishari Abdullah,
Present, Doctor.
okay, Abdul Rahman Al Malki, okay, Abdul Majid,
Present, Doctor, present.
okay, Nasir Ibrahim, Nasir
Present.
Ibrahim,
Present.
Abdul Karim Zian, Abdul Karim, okay, Ayad Hijan, yes, I mark Abdul Karim present. Ayad Hijan, Loy Al Hamdi, okay, Abdul Rahman Al Anzi,
Yes, Doctor, present. Rahman Al-Anzi, present.
okay, okay, Abdullah Jami,
Yes, Doctor, present.
Abdullah Al-Tabi.
Yes, here, Doctor. I'm here.
Okay. I will call absence again. Absence again. Abdul Mohsen. Faisal Shamri. Salman Sultan. Loe Shamrani. Loe Shamrani. Iyad Hijan. Okay. We have some time before the next lecture. If you want to discuss anything, want any question, this lecture or any other thing, you can. Otherwise, I will go.
Thank you, Doctor. We really appreciate your effort. Thank you.
Okay.
كده